Serendipitous. Happy Saturday morning. And we all say, whoop, whoop. So, I'm so excited about this morning's video for a couple of reasons. One, I get to hang out with you guys. And two, Lori Baker popped in the shop yesterday with another one of her great samples that she made. And of course, it was an altered from the pattern. Oh, I thought Steve was moving the camera. I was like, do I need to stop?
No.
And then in the middle of the night, it got me thinking. And that's what I love about when we see one piece of beauty, it gets our creative juices going. And so I knew right away I wanted to share those things with you. Because for whatever reason, the past 6 months, I have been the whole get out of the box. How can we start using other things? How can we look at things different? Versus the traditional, hey, this is the way it's always been done. So with that being said, I'm going to pop back real quick. If you all watch us every morning, you know that we had a video day with Lori Baker where she made these, they're called the bucket bag. So super cute. It was by Sewn, Wyoming. This is the pattern. And she done two different versions. She did the one like the pattern calls for, using the mini charm pack and therefore the piecing, and of course she blinged it to her level. And then the second one she intentionally made with a really cute piece of fabric, and it's just one fabric, so even quicker obviously than this version, because this one has the piecework, this one does not. Now the quilting on it did make it look like piecework, but it wasn't. So those were super cute. So Lori Baker popped in the shop yesterday and she's like, I made you another bucket bag. And I kind of looked at her because I was laughing, because I'm like, we've got two versions, pieced and unpieced, but the third one is a Lori Baker rendition. In other words, she tweaked the pattern a little bit and it was so super cute. So I'm going to slide these to the side. Here's the bucket bag she made. Now, this is so cute. We'll talk about the fabric in a little bit, but let's talk about what she did different from the pattern. So on the pattern, obviously it has this lining with the closure and the drawstring. So she omitted that portion, so it is just open to the world. So cute. And then she added these little handles on it. I thought this was so stinking cute. I could not stand it. I was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Now, let's talk about the fabric that she did, and that's what got my brain thinking in the middle of the night. So you guys know that we showcased this little dress that Susan Morgan of Lewis and Irene made using the double-edged border print. So cute. I'm showing this again also for another reason. At the time, I had forgot the name of the pattern. Steve went back and researched. It is geranium, so the information is on the tag for those that want to buy the pattern online. If you need the real small sizes, there's the, I don't know if it's called small geranium or little geranium. Anyway, that pattern's free, but for the upper sizes, you do have to pay for that pattern. But this print right here is this print, right? And whoops, if you remember, the border print is selvage to selvage, and so you have it on the two ends. Okay, this is Lewis and Irene, absolutely love. Now Lori Baker took this print and that's what she put at the bottom of this basket. So once again, whole fabric, no piecing. But does that not make the cutest little spring basket or Easter basket? She put the selvage on there. It's Dear Spring, obviously by Cassandra Conley, because we love some Cassandra Conley. And of course, it is Lewis and Irene fabrics. This is so stinking cute. You could use it for so many things. By the way, look at the quilting she did on the bottom.
I was like, what is that on the bottom?
Yeah, she done a really cute quilting on the bottom. If I had to guess, she probably did that in the hoop on her embroidery machine. I forgot to ask because it was also cute. I was crazy. She did use some Moda Grunge big dots on the inside. Super cute. So with that being said, can't you see this just as cute decoration around the house? Or fill it with some of that fake, real pretty pink iridescent Easter grass and use this as a little Easter basket or a way to put some candy in for the grandkids that come along or for you when you come along. She also did do a little, one of those woven sew-in tags, which was so stinking cute. Here, all she did is real simple. A piece of fabric, which was the lining, you know, the fold over so all the raw edges is hidden. A little stitch, top stitch there, and that is all done prior to her putting the lining in. So super cute. So my brain last night went a step further. Steve, if anyone's here with us this morning, I need them to, or later today when y'all watch on playback, I need you all to comment on your thoughts of literally taking the same pattern and now you've got two uses. Do you do that? I am forever doing that, especially with a big quilt pattern. If there's a block in it that I absolutely love, I will take that block out. I will make a table runner out of it, placemat, something of that nature, because I love using a pattern more than one way. So on this one was the bucket bag pattern. Lori Baker omitted the lining, the top portion of the closure with the drawstring, and made this cute little bucket bag with the border prints. So comment below and tell me if you're loving it or if this is giving you other ideas, and I'm about to give you some more. Before I move on, I just want to remind those, we still have a little bit of this border print left. This one was also Lewis and Irene. This was Teddy Bear's Picnic, so cute. It's the same concept from selvage to selvage. You've got that border print on there twice. So we had tons of you that bought this to make those cute little dresses out of. But once again, if you just want a spring little bucket to hang around the house, how cute is this? Maybe make one and put a little picnic lunch in it. You could actually even put the drawstring. Give that to someone. What a cute gift. Oh my gosh, so many things. This would brighten my day for sure. Now,
April Eaton says, good morning.
Good morning, Miss April. How are you?
Mary Pont says, good morning from Michigan. Love this fabric.
Yes, Miss Mary. I hope your sister is doing well. I'm glad you're there to assist her. And yes, I'm in love with this fabric. So I started thinking of other fabrics that one could use this technique with. This one is one that I absolutely love. It's called True Blue. No, I lied. Something Blue. This one is not a Lewis and Irene. It is a Northcott. But if you're in Blue World, is that not yummy? That would make a great side of a basket. Don't you think, Steve? Mm-hmm. So once again, it's selvage to selvage. Let me unroll this a little bit. Selvage to selvage. So you have it on this side. And you have it. Wow. You always need so much to see the beauty, I'm just saying. But there you go, selvage to selvage. And once again, you could fussy cut that so that fits along your basket as this one did. I absolutely love. If you have, if you ladies and gents are part of a garden club and you need to take something to the garden club, would these not be so cute to make one and have a little giveaway in it? I think it would be amazing. So then I had to go a step further. What else was in the shop that this would work for? Speaking of the garden clubs, I think this one right here, this is Super Blooms by Deb Strain. That would look so cute, yet again, on the side of one of these baskets. I figured, Steve, you would like these because I know you love to garden and stuff. Wouldn't that be cute on the side of one of the baskets? If you have someone that is sick, had surgery or something, and you just want to make a little thinking of you basket, this time of year, I think this would be amazing. You could even put some silk flowers in it, maybe with like a little bag of tea and a card. So many gifty versions you could do, and you could whip this up so quick. This is in 2 different color versions. So you have it in that lilac background, and then of course the off-white background. So cute. Steve, did you have something you want to say?
Yeah, Lori Baker says, these baskets are so much fun to make. I love all those border prints. I will be making more.
I know you will. And thank you for the inspiration. I don't know if you caught me at the beginning, but you had my brain rolling all night long. So this morning I was coming in and I was pulling bolts. So for those of you that are digging this idea of letting the fabric do the work for you, which I am like all about, The Anna Marie Textiles, her collection that we have, perennial borders. This is amazing. Can't you see this wrapped around one of those buckets? That would be so stinking cute. I cannot stand it. So her perennial border collections, I mean, you know Anna Marie Horner of Anna Marie Textiles. She loves colors. She loves the big, bold florals. We have tons. I just picked a couple off the shelf. There's so many back there. So yummy. Here was another one, Steve, that I had to pull. I absolutely loved.
Good morning, Laura Kennedy.
Good morning, Lori Kennedy. So once again, this is running selvage to selvage like that. And can't you see it in the bucket? I just think that would look so cute. And once again, the fabric is doing the work for you, right? Less work, more fun. That's what I say. And then, of course, when you think of Anna Marie Horner, you cannot do it without thinking about her. And I'm probably not going to pronounce this right, but we all know I got pronunciation issues. The echinacea flower. So we have this in 3 colors, but once again, I think these would be so stinking cute to throw. Oh, I got it upside down, of course. So stinking cute to throw on those baskets. Don't you think those would be, the colors in these is absolutely amazing. Now, remember I was talking about thinking outside the box, so I'm going to throw another curveball on here. So in doing this, printing this out, oh my gosh, using your print and, you know, wrapping your bowl with it or whatever, what if you added a little layer of bling bling? I think would be so cute, some pom-poms. So no matter which one of these you use, wouldn't that be cute with some trim pom-poms around the top? I know if Tracy Perks from the UK is watching this, she'd be like, yes, because her and Lori Baker both love some good pom-poms or some rickrack, but it just is so cute. No matter what color you want to throw in there. And look at this. Which one did I have? Throwing some of that bold blue in there. You've got these hot pinks. This is sold by the yard right here at your favorite local quilt shop.
That one is so bright.
Isn't that fun?
You can't hardly even get the individual.
Oh, the individual pom-pom?
Yeah, no, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, so it's the little pom-poms. They're sold by the yard. For those of you like, well, I didn't even know Serendipitous had pom-poms. These are over in the bag making area. There's Rick Rack over there. We've got the jumbo Rick Rack that we sell by the yard, and then the micro Rick Rack we sell by the spool. But depending on what your favorite color is, mine would be the color that you want to pop out. Steve's eyeballing. When he does that, I know he's wanting me to match, trying to match something. Even the black, you know, even the black. So if you want to make one of these, once again, if you're tuning in late, welcome back to Serendipitous. If you're tuning in late, Lori Baker, she took the bucket bag pattern. Guys, it is a $6 pattern. And by the time you make 2 or 3, there's nothing, right, that you paid for this pattern. She took this pattern. She did not do the lining and closure with the drawstring. She left it off of this bag. She used a border print that done that Easter scene for her. And she added 2 little handles to the side. Simple, easy peasy. Most of the time when Lori Baker says, oh, that was so easy, I'm like, yeah, for you, Lori Baker. But this one, I will say, easy peasy, absolutely fabulous. So no matter how you want to decorate this up, I want you guys to think outside of the box. I want you to grab, what colors are you wanting me to
see
like?
that orange.
The orange next to the white one. So cute. But you know, this one has a little pops of those pinks. So you could bring that in.
Yeah, any of those would work with that
Yeah.
one. But I love
The
that
pale
orange.
pink, any of them. I just want you guys to get outside the box and start playing. Add other textures. You know, I've been really talking about thread play this year. So when you're doing your quilting, you could use some of that glitter thread that I was talking about on these. So many options. Lori Baker, I need you to chime in and tell me what you're thinking about these pom-poms.
Yeah, she was tossed out there. She said pom-poms or giant rickrack.
Yes.
And let's see, Jean Gregory Deese says hello, friends.
Good morning,
and
Miss Jean.
Melissa Del Rios, wondering where you were at.
Good morning,
She says
Miss
hello.
Melissa. I love it. Yeah, so super fun. I didn't even show Steve any of this before we went online because I was eager to hear what Steve was going to say about the Rick Rack Ideal or some of these big, bold prints being used.
I'm all about that whole collection with those big prints. To me, those just scream bags. And
Yeah, it's the one he's talking about is the Anna Marie Horner Perennial Borders collection. You guys can find that on our website, obviously, at sewindipitous.com, or you can pop in the shop. I love.
And I forgot about that one. That one is absolutely beautiful.
It's yummy. Now this one is in a different colorway back there too. Like I said this morning, I just grabbed a couple that I thought would look cute with some pom-poms, depending on what you want to pull out. Even those purples I think would be cute. But get crazy, guys. Just get crazy and play. I don't know. These black pom-poms with these echinacea flowers, I think, is so cute.
Is the orange one too bright for the orange?
I feel like it might be, but let me
it's
lay
here
it
under the
beside
blue.
it. Maybe not. Here, let me put a bigger piece out because this
I was
is too
trying
pretty.
to visualize it. It may be a little too bright.
It's
but
too pretty to see in a small piece. No, I think you could get by with it, depending what your lining is.
Yeah.
Because remember, you can introduce another print in your lining. So on this one that Lori Baker did, she actually did 3 fabrics, guys. She did that border print, she did the lining, and then if you notice, her binding was different. So you can introduce some colors in to match some pom-poms.
Okay, so Linda Dellinger, she says, good Saturday morning, ruffles work too.
Ruffles,
Yes.
yes, Miss Linda Dellinger, good morning. You're
And
right.
Lori Baker says, hold on, I've got a slow connection message
course
over
we
top
do.
of Lori's. She said another idea, and I love this one. Drop your potted plants into baskets for decor.
Yes, that's what I was saying. There's so many uses for these. Gift giving, decoration. And Lori, now that you're on here, we talked about this probably before you popped on. Did you quilt this in your hoop for machine embroidery? I'm pretty sure you probably did. Well, I don't know. You're so amazing. Maybe you freehanded it, but it looks perfect. Let us know if you machine embroidered that.
Tad Johnson says Lori Baker is a magician.
She is a magician. I agree with you, Tad, and good morning to you over in Union County. So, guys, so many different options. Oh, look at that one with that purple. Did I show that yet? That's yummy.
No, but I was eyeballing that combination.
It's yummy. Now, guys, this is not black here. This is like a dark forest green in that. So yummy. So once again, these were just a few samples I pulled off this morning because, like I said, Lori Baker got my juices flowing. There is a whole collection of the Perennial Borders by Anna Marie Textiles back there that is absolutely yummy. And there's also some geometric prints in that collection too. I don't know if you remember that, Steve. That if you're not wanting floral, but you're wanting some of these bold colors, and you think it would look nice on a project like this, or maybe some placemats, so stinking yummy. So cute. And then once again, these 2 prints by Deb Strain. These are out of her Super Bloom collection. If you want to do and play with some Rick Rack, I mean, any and all of these is going to match.
Okay, so Lori says, I don't have an embroidery machine.
Oh,
I
of
used a
course.
quilt stencil.
Oh, okay. We talked about stencils yesterday. Y'all know Handy Quilter education event is in the house, and they got to play with stencils all day yesterday, and they were like, oh my gosh, I never thought about using stencils on even my domestic machine to quilt, but yes, stencils is an option.
Yeah, I haven't
for
heard that
sure.
mentioned much in the shop about quilting stencils.
Well, that's because we don't have a lot of quilting stencils. Sometimes we get them and then they're gone. Steve, I don't know if you've noticed or not that we are busting out at the seams.
Yes.
And there is some things
what
that we cannot do.
We hear people, say, oh, I would love it if you got this in or if you got
Yes,
that in.
yes.
I don't even remember
someone
hearing.
asking
I don't even remember hearing of a quilt stencil before.
Maybe we will get some and do a demo so you can be privy to that world. What else do I need to say for today, guys? Oh, I about forgot. So you'll be seeing it. Steve will be hopefully posting it about it today. So remember yesterday I alluded to the fact that I have an announcement to make, and I was going to wait till next week to make that announcement. Well, I'm actually going to go ahead and blab about it real quick this morning because we have an unexpected surprise for you guys. Next Saturday on March the 14th, if I remember correctly, we will be having another free demo day here in the shop. It is going to start at 11 o'clock. Me and Miss Lori Baker are going to be doing some demo. And Steve, I'm going to walk this way just a little bit. Can we walk that way?
Before you walk, I'm going to say, so Lori Kennedy, she's got quilting stencils with question marks. Who knew?
Yes,
I didn't
stencils.
know either,
That's
Lori.
exactly what it is. Yeah, you can use it. We sell the Pounce Pad chalk that goes with the stencils. We just don't have any stencils in the shop. It is something that I have looked at. I haven't honed in on the exact ones. And actually, I'm lying. Oh my God, I'm lying. I have had them in the shop for a year. I have held them back. I do have stencils in the shop. That's another conversation. Steve's back here shaking his head. Yes, we're going to talk about that. Welcome to Serendipitous. Steve, Avalon is in the shop. Shall we make her go on camera?
No.
Avalon just walked behind the bookshelf so she couldn't get caught on camera. I don't know why she doesn't want to be on camera. She's absolutely lovely, and you all see her every day when you're in the shop.
Exactly.
But anyway,
so Laura Kennedy says, yay, we love demo day.
Yes, demo day. Sorry, I got sidetracked. Steve's got me off on these stencils and then realizing that I've been holding back for a year. I've been holding back on stencils. They're already here. I've been holding back on wool. The wool world is already in this building. It's been here for a year and a half. It has just been about space and timing. So yeah, don't hate me, guys. There's always more stuff coming to Serendipitous. When we first opened, Steve had a sign created at the front door that said something to the effect of, thanks for coming. We will have more. I don't even know what it said. Now, none of you guys say that. You're always like, oh, you need a bigger building. And we do need a bigger building for sure. Okay, so the special announcement that I talked about yesterday that I was going to wait till next week to do, I am going to actually give you a sneak peek into that today because when Lori Baker was in the shop yesterday, I was able to talk to her, rope her into a free demo day next Saturday. Starts at 11 o'clock. Once again, it is free. But it is also something else special. Steve, walk with me. Walk with me. Guys, if you have not been in the shop in the past 24 hours, this has landed. And for those of you like, yeah, what is that? So we are now an official AccuQuilt dealer. So all things AccuQuilt we have. We've got the cutting machines. We've got the cubes. We've got the special dies. I will tell you we're going to be showcasing the star die this Saturday because what? Oh yeah, it's patriotic. 250 years for the USA this year. And also we'll be showcasing something for Tracy Perks of Rope and Anchor of the UK on Saturday. I might see if I can get Tracy to pop online with me Friday for maybe a little blurb about that before we go. Welcome to Serendipitous. But for those of you that know AccuQuilt and already own an AccuQuilt, the month of March is fabulous. So we're having our grand opening this Saturday. There's so many sales on right now because it is Machine Madness for AccuQuilt for the month of March. And any price you see online, we match those prices because we are an official AccuQuilt dealer. So right now, all dies are like, most of them, like 95% of them are like 20% off. The machines are on sale. And of course, Saturday is going to be the day. But Steve, absolutely love so many different ones. We've got them for the holidays, Christmas, Halloween, whatever. My favorite that I'm diving into is all of the florals because those of you that are VIP, you know the book that I've been talking about, which is the Magic of Thread Play or something. I can't even think of the name of it. I've been living in that book. There is a class coming, but you do a lot of special things with these applique flowers. And Steve, this one, I don't know why. I was just in love with that. I love the use of batiks. Is that not cute? Mm-hmm. And look at the quilt on the back. So stinking cute.
So Lori Baker says, whoop whoop, love the quilter.
I know.
And Lori Kennedy, she just having a great morning, I think, with us. She says, my gosh, she said, my mom has an AccuQuilt for over a year and has not used.
Oh, now she
Woohoo!
can.
Yes, so
Now she can. We're gonna
now Lori can too.
Yes, yeah, Lori can go over there. No, we will be doing education for those that already own. Sometimes they get lost in the world because they don't have that support local, and this area has not had a shop that has been an AccuQuilt dealer, like I don't think ever in this area. So we are here filling the need. I will tell you guys, one of the main reasons for the AccuQuilt, and then there's something else. There's so many surprises coming down the way for 26. But being a neuro nurse, I deal with a lot of patients that have like CIDP or MS or polymyositis, some of those Parkinson's, some of those disease processes that unfortunately obviously mess with their muscle nerve system. And as quilters, it's so sad. We see quilters in the shop all the time that are starting to lose the love for their craft because they're unable to get some of those precision cuts. And they have to wait on a quilty friend to cut for them, a spouse, a child, a grandchild to cut for them. And that is one of the things that AccuQuilter really does, is it helps us as we age still continue on in our craft. One of the most popular dies that they have is the strip dies. So cutting those 2.5-inch strips or 3.5-inch strips, whether they're for borders, binding, whatever, getting those cut and cut accurate and not having to wait on someone to do that for you is amazing. And then also, and Steve's listened very intently because I haven't even talked to Steve or the staff members about this, but that's the purpose of like the box cubes. So the box cubes that they have inside of those, depending on what size measurements you do in the box cubes, they will cut your squares, your triangles, everything for you that you would need for a quilt. The other great thing that AccuQuilt does for the quilters is there's tons of free patterns. I mean, God knows we love all patterns, but who doesn't love a good free pattern, especially if it's one that will go with your theme. So with AccuQuilt, like I said, you've got your project boards where the project is on the entire board. If I'm not mistaken, I can't remember if it's the baby bib or the burp cloth. I know Lori Baker has that. She's going to be talking about that later. Everything you need there. You'll see boards that says Bob, so you can have a date with Bob. Bob means a block on a board, so everything you need to make said block is on there. So stinking cute. This is one of my favorite blocks. And it was always so intimidating to me. When I seen that AccuQuilt had it, I was like, score. This block, one of the ladies that does Quilts of Valor, oh my gosh, her name has just left my brain. Anyway, she did this in the patriotic colors and threw an army green in with it. Oh my gosh, it was so amazing. But the Bob stands for blocks on a block. Steve,
blocks on a board.
Blocks on a board, blocks on a block. If you can walk over here a little bit closer, we've got the double wedding ring. There's 2 dies with this to really take the headache out of the cutting for that double wedding ring. All of the lovely flowers. We got Rose of Sharon 1 and 2. And then the Lemoyne Star. I know you guys love that. Numbers and ABCs. Like I said, I'm obsessed with flowers. Look at the cute little birds and the birdhouse. You've got your leaves. Guys, I could just keep talking.
Okay, Gladys Jackson says, I love the addition of AccuQuilt to your store.
Good morning, Miss Gladys Jackson, and thanks for tuning in at Charlotte Quilt Guild the other night. I appreciate the support.
Angela Reed says, good morning to everyone from Omaha, Nebraska.
Whoop, whoop, to Nebraska. Thank you, Miss Angela, for tuning in.
So I will just say, if anybody's looking for this on the website, there is only a shell there. Okay,
yes,
it hasn't got populated yet, but I have got the shell built, ready to get all this stuff online that I'm hoping to start today. So
that's
we shall
Lisa's
see.
fault. That is Lisa's fault. Cute little dogs, and also the I don't know why I'm in love with this.
I like that one too.
Well, and that reminded me, I will show you one, and then I promise I will shut up until next Saturday about this. Because next Saturday, 11 o'clock is AccuQuilt grand opening here at Serendipitous. Free demo at 11 o'clock with me and Lori Baker. But Steve, when I was unpacking, now mind you, I selected all of these, but you know, selecting them from a computer screen and seeing them in person is two different things. So there was this one, when I took it out of the box, I was like, oh my gosh, my new obsession. So hold on, let me get this off the rack.
So Carolyn Mavarosa says, good morning. Do you have this in the store? That's
boom,
where
boom, boom.
we are coming from
today. Yeah, you know, it's so funny. People might be like, well, that was a crazy question. It's not a crazy question because you never know where Lisa is at and where she's doing videos from. And it is, of course, trade show travel season. So that is a good question. I am not out on the road. I am actually in Serendipitous. This is a new addition to Serendipitous. Like I said, I haven't even talked to the staff about this yet. That's why Steve didn't. Yeah, he wasn't prepared for this. I stayed here till 9 o'clock the other night getting all of this in the system and up on the wall. So when the girls that worked the same day, they came in the next morning and they're like, what the heck happened? They did not know. So here's the one that I got obsessed with when I started unboxing, is these snowflakes. And guess what? If you look right here, actual size. These are the actual size of these snowflakes. They're so big. Look at my handprint. So I'm super obsessed with this one. I don't even know what I'm gonna make. I cannot wait to make. There's a little example they put on the back. But yes, guys, I can't wait to hear what is your favorite. The other thing too, which is gonna be cool, is some of these, when we do, because I'm hoping to create some patterns of my own using some of the AccuQuilt dye, I will probably do some pre-cut kits. To where your applique is already fused with your fusible on the back, cut out, and you could just do the piecing of the quilt and get your applique on really quick. I know some of you all are going to love that idea. Okay, anything else, Steve?
Carolyn says, yay, so happy.
I am glad you are happy. It's been fun. It has been a journey. Definitely want to do a shout out to Mr. Scott with AccuQuilt. He always helps us on our Kangaroo and Arrow furniture. And they, of course, are partner companies with AccuQuilt. And they're just great people to work with. I have enjoyed the journey. I've learned a lot. I still have a lot more to learn. But like I said, as a neuro nurse, for those that need help cutting just your squares, your triangles, and your strips, this is absolutely amazing. And for those that just want to play an applique world or have easy access to getting those blocks cut out fast so we can get to the sewing, that's what AccuQuilt is about.
And for those of you like me who maybe was like, why do they call these dyes?
Because we're dying to try them.
Well, think of cookie cutters.
Yeah,
cookie
and
cutters
we'll talk
for
about
fabric.
all that Saturday. We're going to have demos. We don't want to dump in on that today.
People are like, what is this?
We want you to come. We don't want to tell you what it is. We want you to come and see Saturday. So we're not divulging anything else. Those of you that know AccuQuilt know how amazing. Those of you that maybe have never heard of AccuQuilt, please come Saturday here at 11 o'clock for free. And we're going to jump in. Why is it called a dye? How does it work? All of that. Yeah, full of information.
And if somebody wants to walk in right now and buy something off this wall,
come and clean it out.
Okay.
And they'll see a blank wall on Saturday, and we will get more orders.
All right. So, Carrie, give me just a second. Belanger Pelchat.
Yeah, it's Carrie. Our
Yes.
Carrie.
It takes me a while to always get her name. She said, as a card maker, welcome to the rabbit hole of die cuts.
Yes, yes. So, Carrie, Steve and Carrie, they're giving away lots of stuff. These are things we're going to talk about
People
Saturday.
are excited here.
They are excited. You can cut paper with these. You can cut leather with these. You can cut, obviously, Coulter's cotton. Guys, show up Saturday. You will not be disappointed. Even if you're not interested in purchasing a cutter and dies, just come for the inspiration, because once again, yes, I'm going to be helping with the demo, but it's not me you're going to be here to see. It is Lori Baker. Her creative mind is amazing. Absolutely.
Yeah, because I want to see what this thing can do. So,
we might get Steve in demo day and not at his desk.
Carolyn says, oh, yay, I will be there. And then Angela Reed says, she says, I save my extra fabric scraps when doing application.
That's right. Okay. Yes, totally. So many different ways. We're going to talk about all of that, fabric management, different ways to use this. I'm so super excited that everybody's excited because I was really nervous about this. You know, I spoke to my brain trust. You know who my brain trust is? Lori. And everything. But then after that, I did speak with Lori Baker because I found out she had one. And so we made the decision, and I said, we will become a dealer. We signed a 1-year contract. We'll see what happens after that. If you guys love it and support it, we'll keep carrying it and keep supporting you on how to use them in so many different ways. Super excited about it for sure. One last thing. Those of you that
better
are watching,
make it quick. My hand is
his
shaking.
His hand's shaking. No, it is quick. For those of you that already have the AccuQuilt, okay, if you are planning on coming Saturday, please bring some things that you have made with your AccuQuilt dies, because this would be a great time show and tell for those that don't know anything where they can see it. So we do encourage show and tell with your AccuQuilt. I don't care, Miss Carrie, if you've done some paper product crafting out of this, if those of you have done cloth, whatever, show and tell on Saturday. We will do that during our demo at 11 o'clock. It's free. I'm going to go because Steve is about to drop. This is Lisa at Serendipitous, where unexpected happiness is truly found in every stitch. Bye, guys.